Welcome to this episode of Connecting Cherokee. I'm Amber Holcomb, Realtor with Atlanta Communities, and today's guest is Kyle Church with Holly Springs Tiger Rock, a martial arts studio right in the heart of Holly Springs. So, Master Church, welcome.
Thank you much. Thanks for having me.
So Master Church is an 8th degree black belt and a Grandmaster instructor. And he started his martial arts journey in 1991 and opened his academy in 2004. So next year in April, he will celebrate 20 years of being an instructor and having his own studio here at Tiger Rocks. So last year, you became the Grandmaster instructor. So what is your next step in your journey for Taekwondo?
So once you get to a black belt level, there's just degrees of black belt. And from first degree all the way through 7th degree, you have to physically test for your next rank. And then basically by the time you get to 7th degree, which is considered a senior master level, then 8th degree grandmaster, and then 9th degree, which is the next step. It's just basically much less about the punching and kicking and martial arts side about it, and more about who you are as a person, how you've been an ambassador to Tiger Rock, to the community, how you're, spreading the ideals of Tiger Rock into the community. And then there's, a lot of steps that go along with that and documents and things like that. But it's much less of the physical side, and it's more of just, training the next generation side.
I love it. So I've been a student here. I haven't attended in a while, but I think we started in 2018 and ran for about 3 years, maybe 4 years. And we love the studio. Both my kids and my husband, we all attended at one point. So this studio is near and dear to my heart. We absolutely love Master Church and all the instructors here. They're kind of like family to us, and would love to be able to gain some exposure for them and help bring in some students, because they are absolutely worth it. Love this place. So on your website, you talk about 3 main categories of what you offer here: elite counter aggression training, and health and fitness training, and then traditional martial arts for youth. So can you touch on those?
Yeah, so the first, thank you very much. We obviously loved having your family as well, and you guys were a big part of our program for years, so we certainly miss having you guys here, but hopefully one day we'll get, at least a few of the 4 of you back. So to start out, counter aggression training is just basically our practical self-defense. So, there's a lot more that we provide, but as a martial arts school, we want to make sure that one thing that we're, teaching people when they come in is just that they can defend themselves. For kids, if there's a stranger that approaches them or there's a bully at school, how they can handle that. With adults, to be able to protect themselves, protect their family. Our martial arts training is about 80% traditional Taekwondo, and in traditional Taekwondo, it was initially formed in the Korean military in case they lost their weapon in combat. So where that's practical for us is, chances are we're not going to be walking around with some nunchucks or anything. So it's just, if somebody approaches us, to be able to use our hands and our feet to protect ourselves. But a big part of that too, so we teach the punching, the kicking, the ground escape if somebody gets on top of us, how to get back up. But even more so in the kids class or adult class is just the confidence. So just not being a victim. So we want to make sure that we have all of our students that just walk around where if somebody is looking to victimize somebody, they're not going to target out that person. So whether it's a bully or whether it's, a bad guy out there looking for your family, there's certain people that they target. So just the way that we talk, the way that we make eye contact, in our classes, we're always yelling and screaming. And, there is actually, a practical purpose to that, because if somebody's looking to grab a child, they're not looking for the kid that's yelling, screaming, making a ruckus. They just want that kid who's going to quietly walk away with them. So, as far as our self-defense training, punching, kicking, striking, all of that stuff, we definitely, that's what we focus on every day. But at the same time, just hopefully building confidence where if somebody is looking for a victim, we're not going to be that victim.
So one of the things I learned in class was that I was capable of more than I thought I was. And that was a very interesting lesson to learn, being here in the studio, being able to do things that I saw as intimidating, and how I felt after going to the competitions or going to the tournaments. I went to the world tournament in Florida just a few months after I'd started sparring, and had a blast and did okay for myself. And I came out of that with such high confidence that I wanted to try other things that I found intimidating. So it's certainly worth what you get out of it for trying something new and trying something hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so the health and fitness part is, you're definitely getting conditioning here. I mean, it's a workout, and you build in strength training and endurance into what you do, and I really appreciated that as well. There was many times I was huffing and puffing, for sure, in class. And then, so the traditional arts for youth, what is the youngest age that kids can sign up?
So we separate our classes by ages. So we have our 4 and 5 and some 6-year-olds in our Tiger Cubs class, which is basically designed to be a pre-K kindergarten class. Then our junior class is basically 1st through 5th grade. Then we have a separate youth class, which is going to be a middle school, early high school. And then we have our separate adult class, which is for people starting off ages 16 and up. We have some of our younger kids in there, 14, 15-year-olds that have been with us for, 10 years, and they're just looking for, to be pushed to that next level. So we have some younger kids in there, but for the most part, the majority of that class is, primarily adults.
Okay. So what is it about Holly Springs that brought you to this area?
I started in 1991 in Birmingham, Alabama, and then I moved over here, trained for a couple of years in the early 90s, moved up to North Carolina, and then when it came time to go to college, one of my initial instructors, Grandmaster Lily Bowen, who's still my instructor to this day, has a school down in Woodstock. She opened up in 1991, or she opened up in 1993. When I went to go to college, I got into Kennesaw, so I went down there and I was her center manager for 5 years. So I worked with her, and she really instilled the confidence in me. Like you were saying, you're able to do some things that you didn't think that you're able to do, but that just all comes from my personal experience, from my instructors growing up. Not only Miss Bowen, but all my instructors. Like when I started, I never thought I'd be a black belt. I was just like, I'm never going to be a black belt, but this is fun. I want to be out here and be a white belt, and then maybe one day a yellow belt. Even when I got my black belt, I never thought I'd be an instructor. Got my instructor, and it's just kind of funny to see coming up throughout the years how many people, say that I came up with, say, I'm going to be a black belt one day. I'm going to own school one day. And I had the complete opposite. I didn't think that I had the ability, the skills to do any of that, but it was my instructors throughout my entire training, especially Grandmaster Bowen, that saw the potential in me and built me up to become the level and give me the confidence to come out and do it on my own. So when I graduated college, basically, she was down in Woodstock, and she opened up in Town Lake in 1993, where Town Lake was basically just, eagle watch in the middle of a bunch of, cow pastures. It was not what Town Lake is today. So obviously throughout, from then until when I was there, Town Lake just kind of blew up, and then we saw Sixes Road kind of filled up as well. So we just looked at Canton would be the next big area. So we just wanted to place our roots in early, kind of get in before the boom. And then after we opened up, it certainly started. Recession of 2007 definitely slowed things down a little bit, but our community that we see here is really kind of grown into what we were hoping that it would be when we opened up in 2004.
Well, it is a great location. You're right off the interstate. You've got all the neighborhoods and families real close by. And Cherokee County is just a wonderful place to do business and live. And all right. So what does Master Church do for fun?
So as much as I can with my family. So having, a martial arts school is not great family-friendly career choice. We have evening classes. Most weekends we have different activities, different events. So it's very, very time-consuming. So I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. So fortunately, both of them have been involved in the program since they were 3. Don't suggest starting at 3. It's a little bit young, but they look cute in the uniforms, and I got a chance to see them a couple extra days a week. So we got them started a little bit early. But basically, when I'm not here, everything is just about my family. So whether it's, just, the perfect, if I could describe a perfect weekend, it would be when I ask my wife, what are we doing? And she says nothing. And it's just like, and being able to spend the weekend with my kids in the pool, making movies, having movie night, going on hikes, just, spending family time. Every once in a while, it's good to get away from the kids too for a date night with my wife. We love live music. So go out, see a concert, do something like that. But, it's all about the family time right now.
Yeah, I saw when I was looking for some pictures to post to put together for this interview, pictures of you guys at the Weezer concert.
Yeah.
So I was out of town and I totally missed the Weezer concert, and I was very bummed when I realized that I missed it. Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned being out in the community. So you have not just classes here, but you also have sometimes classes outdoors. Can you tell me a little bit about where your next outdoor class is going to be?
Yeah, so in the summertime, we always like to get outside. So when I started, we used to have what we call Black Belt Camp every summer. So it was just a time where all of the schools in Tiger Rock got together. There was a week of training. Everyone stayed overnight. Just over the years with the logistics of that and everyone getting together and the safety of that, things were a little bit different then. That's gone away. But just having everyone out in the middle of the summertime in a big, gigantic field, sweating, punching and kicking each other, it was just, something that we always loved. So once a year we do a class in the grass. So that's going to be actually this Saturday. It's going to be at 9:15 for our Tiger Cubs, 10 o'clock for everyone else. And it's open obviously for all of our students, but it's open to the public as well. If you guys just want to come, kick and sweat, where we do about a 45-minute class. Then we throw some water balloons at you, we eat some watermelon, we do some different fun things like that. But that's just kind of one of our activities. But just throughout the school year, just all community events, if there's any big community event, we love to be a part of it. We'll set up an instant ninja course where we have everyone run through the course. They get a chance to break a board and get a chance to see, kind of what it's about to, get a little taste of martial arts, and hopefully they'll enjoy it and want to come in.
So where is the class on the grass this Saturday?
So it's at J.B. Owens Park. So just right off of Hickory Street, right in Holly Springs. So J.B. Owens Park, like I said, 9:15 for our pre-K kindergarten kids, 10 o'clock for all kids, youth and adults.
So if you're interested in coming and checking out a Tiger Rock class, J.B. Owens this Saturday, come see kind of what it is they do and how they do it and how fun it is. All right, so what is one nugget of wisdom that you can share from your line of work?
Yeah, so on our instructor team, we have a motto that we're students first. So I think that just, obviously pertains to what we do, but I think it can, pertain to what anybody does. So to be a member of our instructor team, the very first requirement is you need to train in class twice a week. So you need to have at least, and obviously most of our instructors, they're here every day and they're, go well above and beyond. But I think just having just the mindset of being a lifelong learner. Just, even when things are going well, we want to be able to grow and become better. And I think just a big part of that is, just being a student and being open-minded and being able to learn. And that's a big reason why I opened up 10 miles for my instructor. So I get a chance to work out and train with her once a week. We have our own black belt trainings here with our students and staff. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm standing across being a student once a week as well. Cause, out here, I'm kind of on my island, I get a chance, I'm the big dog here. So, I can do something and feel pretty cool. And everyone's like, oh, that's good. But then, I can, stand in front of my instructor and do, a front kick that, that we teach kids on the very first day. And she can tell me 4 things that I can improve upon it. So I think it's just, just keeping that humility, of, being a student first and always able to learn.
Love it. Okay. Well, Master Church, where can folks find you online?
So our website, just churchestkd.com. We have a big presence on Facebook, Holly Springs Tiger Rock Martial Arts on Facebook. We have a TikTok account that one of our instructors does. She does an awesome job with it, but I don't even know how to find that. But if you know TikTok, I'm sure you can find it. But she's done a crazy awesome job with that. So that's, where we can find us on social media as well.
Okay. Sure. So that's it for today's episode of Connecting Cherokee. Thank you, Master Church, for joining me today and getting the word out about how amazing the studio is. And so reach out to me if you are interested in being featured for your own business or organization here on this community website, Connecting Cherokee. And if you're interested in buying or selling a home, reach out to me. I'd love to sit down and talk with you. Thanks, and see you next time.